Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. Look, the progressive pundits are still at it, still mourning the loss of a lack of diversity in the presidential campaign. I should say the Democratic campaign. But are they really listening to the people? Now, before I get into this, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or a comment, add it to the comment section. All comments are welcome. You know, again, I'm constantly listening to the aftermath of last week's Super Tuesday when Biden arose and shocked people. Now, why did they shock people? Because so many black people came out and literally resurrected his campaign. Now, and so then the pundits are now bemoaning that the race is just now down to 2 white men. Why is that? They've been talking all week, literally all week. There's no women voting. Now, I'm going to say this again. One, since when did we ever have a presidential campaign that wasn't down to white men? Now, I get it. In this campaign season, this was the most diverse field of candidates that we've ever seen in this country. We had a gay man. We had at least 4 women. I think at least 3, maybe 4 blacks. An Hispanic. All right? I mean, really, this was talking about a rainbow coalition. But you also have to kind of look at not one of them really made an impact. In other words, they didn't get enough votes. That's the simple of it. The bigger question is, why? Why didn't they get a vote? And I'm hearing all of the TV pundits say, oh my God, it's the people. Well, let me backtrack that. They're not particularly blaming the people, but they're coming close to saying there's something wrong with the people that they didn't vote for Elizabeth Warren. There's something wrong with the people that there's no candidate of color or diversity. That all we're stuck with is white men. Are you listening to the people, pundits? And a bigger question is, how about you candidates? Are you listening to the people? Now, since then, you've also had crazy configurations for VP picks to rise. And mainly what I've been hearing is you got to have a person of color. You're not listening to the people. On Super Tuesday, didn't black people tell you who they were voting for? Didn't they tell you what they were going to vote for? You see, the whole point is that, remember, the black people didn't support the candidates of color. Same thing with the women. The women didn't support the women candidates. You had 4 of them. I think Tulsi, whatever her name is still running. And again, her candidacy right now is so insignificant, it's almost not even worth mentioning. Okay? So the question for the candidates and you pundits, you have to ask, don't criticize the people or insinuate that there's something wrong with the people. How about asking candidates, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your vote? I mean, what's wrong with your presentation? Because let me tell you something, that's where it is. You know, the fact that you don't have a woman, people say, well, the country's not ready for a woman. And yeah, that's partially true. But like I always say, okay, it's up to any candidate. Let me give you a couple of examples. And I was just thinking about this. Let me give you a couple of examples of how women have made impacts, not only in the presidential race, but of course, and now we've had more women who are in Congress than ever before. Some of them, like AOC, she's just more popular. But let me give you another one. There was a black woman from Illinois who's representing a majority white, and not only majority white, but a mixture of progressive and conservative. She won. You know why she won? Because guess what? She presented a case. She went door to door. She didn't sit up there and try to strategize and have different other people come and all that kind of stuff. She walked on the, she went door to door and convinced people that she was the candidate. Now let me go back to the presidential candidates for a moment. People forget one thing. There was a governor by the name of Ann Richards in Texas. Now she didn't run for president, but if you go back and you watch her, she was a very electrifying woman. But let's not forget in 2008 that Sarah Palin ran. And by the way, she single-handedly bred life into John McCain's candidacy, so much so that in my opinion, I think they was kind of jealous. And I think, too, I think that once, oh, excuse me, I think once Sarah Palin had entered in, she probably thought, man, I probably could have won this. I think she certainly could have won it on the Republican side. Now, just go back and think about those days, people. Now, here's my point. It's not so much as a woman's candidate because people were very much so willing to vote for Sarah Palin. Now, let me also say this. She was constrained because, number one, yes, she couldn't really beat Sarah Palin, even though she went rogue a couple of times, but she was running on John McCain's ticket. It was a losing ticket from the beginning. But here's my point. If she had ran by herself, and we can only speculate right now, but you can go by the reaction that people had towards her, she would have energized just like Trump did, by the way. Here's my point, people. It's about your presentation. Oftentimes, look at what Bernie Sanders is doing right now. I'm not going to go to Mississippi. Poor strategy, Bernie. Poor. This is why you're not going to win. Because you take for granted. Why you sit up and listen to a bunch of stuffy strategists. Here's the difference between you, Bernie, and Trump. See, Trump's going to go to Mississippi. By the way, you ever notice what Trump is doing right now? Trump is having a rally every time they have a Democratic convention or something, anything. Trump is there with a rally. You can learn something from that. See, he's going to go to Mississippi. He's going to go to these places that you all don't want to go. He's going to talk about things that you guys don't want to talk about, where you play it nice. Democrats have always been, to me, so highfalutin on their principles that they... But here's my point, you all. And I think this is, it's kind of sad because, again, let me say this. I just got this thought right here. Now check this out. You see, these are all configurations. The movie director Michael Moore even keeps trying to push Oprah and Michelle, right? That's a dream team, and I stress dream, okay, as a candidate. But more realistically, you have people now saying that the VP has to be a woman of color, right? Why? Look, you're not listening. You're not listening. Let me say this. The black people spoke on Super Tuesday, okay? You're not listening. And by the way, just for logic, why are you going to take candidates who have lost races and constantly put them up on platforms? I don't get that. See, here's the point. She lost. Don't misunderstand me. I have nothing against some of these, like Stacey Adams and all these other people that you want to put on the ticket. You want to put Elizabeth Warren on the ticket. Elizabeth Warren didn't win one state, not even her own state. Now, why would you put her on the ticket? Seriously, why would you put her on the ticket? She lost. The people have spoken. You're not listening. Okay? You're not listening. All right, guys, look, that's my perspective. And as always, like and share this video and subscribe to BP The Bible Perspective. Till next time.